Hey guys, Thetcglover here. Haven't made a video in about a week, but I got ill again. Every time I'm ill, I'm pretty much unable to make videos because every time I do, I have to cough and I have to do all this horrible things, so it's not really optimal for me to make videos when I'm ill. However, today's a very brief video just discussing a couple of cards. I'm trying to understand exactly why they've gotten expensive. Only two cards I can think about right now which is worth talking about, which is Gen X Ally Duradark and a Metaion the Timelord. Of course, both of them were secret rares in sets that didn't get a special edition, so it made the copies of the cards much rarer because you couldn't just get them in unlimited. Over time, Photon Shockwave, which is the set that Metaion the Timelord came out in, it did get reprinted in the tins, so you could actually get another copy of it. However, Metaion the Timelord, if you don't know what it does, you basically summon it without tributing, and if it battles a monster, it returns all monsters on your opponent's side of the field to the hand, and for every one return they take 300 damage. So it's basically being invested into because of its usability against Evil Swarm. Obviously, warning is down to 1, so you're not going to see it as often, and when you do see it, they Metaion, they warning, that's it, but most of the time that's not going to happen. So, I mean, what do Evil Swarm have that Metaion can't get past, which would be stuff like D-Prison, stuff like that. But apart from that, there's not really much else that they can do to stop it. They're going to attack, they try and mirror force, they try and do something, and they can't because Metaion can't be destroyed by card effects. You summon it, you attack Ophion, it bounces all their shit to their hand. They don't take any damage, I don't think, because it doesn't go to the hand. But you got rid of that Ophion, then you can start doing plays. That's okay, I guess. I mean, it's not optimal because it goes back to your deck on the next standby phase, but it does prevent them from making another Ophion. So I can understand where people's mindset is coming from, but personally, I don't know, I just feel like the way that Evil Swarms are, they can consistently make an Ophion, and if you're putting it back into the extra deck, it just means that they can just summon it again. They've already gotten their +0 from detaching and summoning Pandemic, and then they can just get the trap card and just start recycling their stuff. So it's not like it's a good solution, but it's just not going to win you games. I mean, it's not the kind of power play that you need to get to be faster than they are, I mean, Metaion is just oh god, I'm in a sticky situation, I hope I draw it, and then you do draw it because it keeps shuffling itself back into the deck, and then you summon it, and then you bounce their stuff back, and then it gives you a turn or two to relax. It's like, that's not really optimal. You're not going to survive. People are going to have like pages of this stuff. If you see it now, people are charging like £25 for it. I mean, you can get a place on eBay for about 70 on American traders. It's like, that's okay, but at the same time, people are overreacting on a card like that. The other one though, which is not as crazy, Gen X Ally Duradark. I personally feel like this is a really good side card against Evil Swarm. It's cool because you get to destroy their Ophion, and it can't attack, but it's a dark and it's level 4, and it doesn't require you to, it doesn't shuffle itself back into the deck. If they can't get rid of it, then they're just going to keep summoning an Ophion, they're going to keep summoning dark monsters, and then just keep blowing up their stuff. But what it doesn't do is that it doesn't do what Metaion does, and it doesn't give you protection for your next turn, so you're going to have to use backup. I did want to get a few copies of it before it got really big, but it did get really big really quick. But I just feel like both cards definitely do have their problems, and I feel like these problems are significant enough issues for the cards to not be very good. People are beating Evil Swarms in the OCG because it's basically whoever goes first wins. If you open up with Spellbook Judgment, you get like crazy advantage, and if you go Breaker their back row, kill their D-Prison, and you activate Spellbook of Power, it goes up to 2/600, and then you kill Ophion, and that's it. So they have really good easy mained outs that they have game 1 that they can take over. It's just decks like Agents, decks like Elemental Dragons, but Elemental Dragons have Blaster. So Evil Swarm, it's a good deck, it's just not representing itself well enough anymore because its heart is in the right place in the format that it's in, but there are so many decks now that have the power to kill a card like that without even triggering off the Pandemic. So comment down below about how you feel about maybe a card that you found or something like that. You don't have to mention the card, but you can say that if you feel confident in your matchup against Evil Swarm. Obviously the set has been pushed back a couple of weeks into the end of April, but it will be playable in YCS Lily. It'll be quite interesting to see what happens and see how players, how they adapt and what they decide on playing to beat the deck. I mean, it's important for Mermails, for example, to beat a deck like that. I mean, the deck is just it's a difficult matchup for them, and they haven't really got a mained out against them. So they're going to have to think on their head. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have recently, you've been great. As I said before, I do apologise for the lack of videos, but I do hope to make some videos this week. So yeah, thanks for watching, and until next time, the Thetcglover is out.